Rachel, and I wanted to come on here and do a video today. This is attempt number 2 because the first video I did I had to delete because I was crying yeah. So basically today is December 26th of 2018, and I felt like today would be the perfect day to share Bobo's adoption story because it happened December 26th of 2013. And you know, I went behind my family's back and adopted Bobo, and I don't recommend anyone doing that. Basically, I was obsessed with wanting something to take care of it, and I think part of it is because of my blindness, part of it's just my personality. I just obsess about things, and I don't mean to be that way, but that's just how I am. So anyway, basically what happened, I had wanted a guinea pig, thought that was a great idea, guys. I'm so glad I did not get a guinea pig. But anyway, I've been doing research, and I wanted something to take care of because I don't have any children, and I'm probably not going to be able to ever have any children. So, due to like health problems that I will not go into at this time. So anyway, I did a bunch of research about getting a dog, and I thought I knew how to take care of a dog and stuff, and I knew I didn't want a puppy because I don't need to deal with all that. That's just too much. Well, I had went to our local shelter here and fell in love with a little Chihuahua named Minnie. I'll never forget her. She was so sweet. She was 3. She was house trained and everything else. So I didn't have the requisite paperwork that I needed at the time to adopt a dog. Due to my disability, I was able to get an emotional support animal request, and my doctor filled it out because I lived at the apartments at this time, and I don't live there anymore. I live here at my parents. We have an addition, and that's where I live. So that's why Bobo can stay inside with me. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother video. But anyway, so she got adopted, and I was kind of like sad. I was actually very sad. But anyway, she was adopted, and I was sad because I kind of felt like she was the one for me. Well, then we went down. My friend and I went down to Atlanta Humane Society, and I found this little pug beagle mix. If you don't know, what puggle is. Her name was Andromeda, and I was like, she's so sweet, and I kind of liked her. I thought she was really cute, but then she got adopted. So this leads me to the day after Christmas. They were open, and my friend had checked. She's like, "Are y'all gonna be open the day after Christmas?" And the lady's like, "Yes." So we went in, and I told them what I wanted: a dog that was a small dog that could sit in my lap, and yeah, I didn't want a puppy. That was one thing that I did not want. So basically, they said, "Okay, we have a couple dogs to introduce you to." And guys, the first dog, his name was Chase, and guys, that was like the best name for him because I was sitting on the bench in the visitation room, where they let you visit with the potential adopted candidate that you're going to adopt. Sorry, y'all, my allergies. My allergies are terrible today. The weather's like, it's cold one day, and then it's like 60, 70 degrees the next. So anyway, I'm sorry on a tangent as I normally do. So this dog's name was Chase, and I'm sitting there in the room, and he literally sails over my lap, and I was like, no. So then they're like, "Okay, we have another dog to introduce you to. His name's Beaumont. He's a pug beagle mix. He's 3 years old," which we found out later he's actually only 2, but that's okay. I mean, the shelter has to age them, as best as they can. Well, They brought him in, and they had to wake him up. He was asleep. And they brought him in, and my friend and I were sitting there, and he came over to me, and he crawled in my lap and started giving me kisses. And I knew, I was like, this is the dog. Um, Sorry, there's cars and things going by outside. And I said, this is a dog for me. And so they said, okay, well, we have to take him from you for like a little bit because we have to give him the shots and do his rabies license and all this junk. So I was like, okay. And they, do his microchip and everything. So, we sat there waiting, and I told my friend, I was like, my gosh, I was like, I hope that nothing bad, happens. And it was $100 to adopt him. And my grandmother had given me $100. And that was the best $100 I spent ever was adopting Bobo. But of course, it kind of had to come through a lot to get to where we are now, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. So I adopted him. Make a long story short, I adopted him and brought him home. And my sister and brother-in-law came over to look at him, and my sister says, that is the ugliest dog I have ever seen. She was like, I cannot believe that they told you he was cute. Which of course I think he's adorable, but of course I'm his mommy, so of course I'm gonna think that. And y'all seen, I think y'all probably seen his little picture about his little face where his little teeth stick out. He's adorable. He's my baby. I love him. Anyway, so that night, of course, my parents were not happy with me because I went behind their back and adopted a dog. But I really didn't. I mean, I knew why they were ticked off, but like, I had been talking about wanting a dog for a while. So I kind of felt like, well, that they would know that was what was going down. Anyway, so that night I hold him, Beaumont, that was the name at the time. And I told him, I said, I'm your mommy, and I'm always gonna love you no matter what. And we were in the recliner, and he laid with me all night there. It was just, it was really sweet. We snuggled the whole night. I didn't sleep because I was afraid that he might have to go potty, and I didn't want him to potty in the house or whatever. My friend stayed because I was kind of like freaked out by the time I got home. Like, oh my God, what if I do something wrong? What if something happens? Yada yada. So, anyway, she stayed, and by the next morning, I'm freaking out, going, I can't do this. I can't. And so she left. She had to go on some trip. I forgot where she was going. And I went to my other friend's house. We had a friend, and she came over, and she saw him, and she took him home with her. And I remember going to my apartment and getting his bowls and his, stuff, and giving it to her. And I was not doing very well. I was really crying and upset. I had been crying the whole day. My brother-in-law had texted me, and he's like, are you okay? And how's it going? And I'm like, no. And so because I had just got the iPhone the day before, and he was at work, and he was texting me, and my sister was texting me. But anyway, and so whenever my friend took him, that was, oh God, that was awful, because for the next week, I literally was in a state of depression. The week between Christmas and New Year's sucks anyway for me, because I just get real sad that it's over. And, so, with that happening, then, so then I went to my sister and brother-in-law's house that night. She made beef stroganoff, y'all. That stuff is so good. If I can get her recipe, I'll have to ask her, but it's delicious. Side note, but anyway, so the whole week, next week, I just cried, literally constantly, because I just felt so bad. I felt like I had given up on him too quick. I was, whatever. So then, about 3 weeks later, my friend said, look, she's like, do you want to come home and spend the night with me? And I'm like, sure. And I'm thinking, by this time they're calling him Bo. And by this point, I'm like, oh my God, he isn't going to remember me. Well, she opened the crate that he was in. He came and crawled in my lap and started giving me kisses. Like, where have you been for the last 3 weeks? So then, over a period of time, I stayed with her several times, and she would show me, how to take care of him and whatnot, just to make sure. I had done tons of research. Don't get me wrong, but reading something and doing something are totally two different things. So basically, that's what happened. And then she finally told one night we're on the phone, and she goes, "Do you want him, back? Would you like to have him back?" And of course, I'm like, "Yes." I mean, literally, that's how I said it. And she was like, for 30 seconds, I said nothing. She's like, "Are you still there?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it was just really a blessing, because it was like God had given me another chance with Bobo to take care of him and be his mom. And it was really great. So I remember her bringing him to my apartment for whenever she was bringing him back to me. And I was nervous a little bit, because I was like, what if, I don't know where he goes, poopy, and I need to pick it up and whatever. Well, my another friend at the time, she had a little dog too, and we would walk together with the dogs, and if he potty, she would show me where it was, and we'd pick it up, or she'd pick it up, or whatever. So that was basically the adoption story. And Bobo is my heart. Like, I love him. Y'all know, I mean, all my videos pretty much talk about Bobo anyway. And he means, honestly, y'all, he means the world to me. Like, I mean, I know that, he's going to pass away at some point, one day. I mean, he's perfectly healthy, fine now, he's 7. But I'm just saying, I know, pets don't live as long as we do, and that's the sad fact of having a pet. But you just have to go into it knowing that they're not going to live as long as you will. But anyway, that's pretty much the story, and I got him back, and I take care of him, and we've been together for 5 years. 5 years today was when I adopted him, and it's honestly the best decision I ever made. And yes, I went behind my family's back, and that wasn't good. So kids, don't try this at home. But it as stupid as I was, as far as not telling my family what I was gonna do, I'm just thankful I have Bobo, because Bobo means, I mean, Lord, he's everything. He really is. Like, I don't know, people that don't have dogs, I don't think understand, like, the bond that's there. Like, just having something there, but having something to take care of is just it's a wonderful feeling. And so anyway, so that's pretty much the story. And I just thought today would be a perfect day to tell you. And of course, now you see that Bobo and I live in, happily, ever after, as they say. And but it is true. In this instance, is very true. We're very happy. And Bobo sleeps in bed with me every night. I mean, we snuggle all the time. Like, we're always together. And it's just amazing having him in my life. And I'm just thankful to God that I got a second chance to take care of him. And now, I have him, forever now, and for the rest of his life at least. And he's doing fine. I mean, he's healthy as he can be. He had a UTI not too long ago, but he's doing much, much better now. And he has allergies. We have to give him meds, twice a day. But other than that, I mean, he's fine. He's just as sweet as he can be. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of different than what I normally do, but I just thought it would be, today being the December 26th, I thought, why not, why not tell everyone the story? Because I made some mistakes along the way, but, they say you learn from your mistakes, and it is true. It's very true. But the best thing you can do, and the best thing you have to give, be it to a baby, to a dog, to a guinea pig, to a turtle, whatever you have, the best thing you can do and give is your love and your heart. And that's the best thing you can do. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, then please let me know in the comment section. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.